He forgot. Or maybe he didn't care that I was a child. In his eyes was something animalistic and wild. He wanted me. He wanted my 4-foot frame, 65-pound, wearing nothing but t-shirt and panties my mama put on me. Took me out of a bed through a window I was laying next to because of the heat. See, my mama put me there because she was trying to keep her baby cool, not knowing that somewhere in the sick mind of this fool, he had decided he wanted me. I guess I'm here, no, there's no guessing. I'm actually here just to, I feel like that when that happened, there was a piece of me that was left here. And I've been looking for that innocence, that part of me that wasn't supposed to be taken, that child in me that never got a chance to grow up, you know, that didn't get to experience things because of what happened. So I guess I'm just looking for that other part of me because it's always been something missing.
That's what we had. That's kind of what we had on it.
That's him?
Yeah, that's Chester Evans right there.
Oh, wait. Wow. Oh.
Unfortunately, you know, that's such a long time ago. We don't have any of the original papers or anything so that you could see a better photo. But here is the police report on the whole thing.
Oh my God. I'm here for the other young ladies who he raped, and they never came forward, and they never got a chance to point and say he was the guy that hurt me, you know? And I'm here for any other woman that's ever experienced this and didn't tell nobody.
What are your thoughts right now?
The house looks a lot smaller.
Well, everything looks big when you're a kid.
Everything looks, it looks a lot smaller. Wow. He took me out the window. I was, Texas, you know, it gets hot sometimes, even at night. But it gets cool enough to where you don't need to cut the air on. You can put a box fan in the window. I remember I woke up and saw my house like moving away from me. And I said, "Daddy," and he responded like he was my father. So I had no, you know, because my first thought was, why didn't I scream? Why didn't I, you know, I was, you know, a stranger, but I thought he was my dad. And, you know, now as an adult, I'm like, that didn't make any sense because you were being taken from your house through the window. But as a kid, you really don't think that. And I just, I remember I got in this car and it smelled funny. And I think the moment when he put me in that car, my innocence was lost. Even before he even touched me, because I knew something was wrong. I didn't think about if I was going to die, none of that. I just knew that this was bad. You know, I remember feeling like that. And then he was like, "I'm gonna take you to the park." And he took me to the park. I pictured the window so much bigger. Kind of like an Alice in Wonderland where everything's distorted. Because it's frozen in time.
When you touched the window a moment ago, did you feel like some bad energy?
Yeah.
Left you?
I was scared of this window. I don't know how much sense it makes, but I was scared of this window. It was like the place that he came in, you know. Kind of makes me see how much of a coward he was.
What would you tell Chester if you could talk to him right now today, face to face?
Oof. I'd probably just look at him. And I tell him he didn't succeed. I remember the hospital, the doctors, and the nurse. I remember them saying I would be okay and it could have been worse. I remember the courthouse and having to tell them what happened to me. And I remember the judge telling me it was okay and had me sit on his knee and point at a man who forgot, or maybe he didn't care that I was a child, and years later burst something in me that later turned wild. And my mama, she prayed for me.